Bom dia. Wow, this place is perfect. Today we are visiting a co-work space in Funchal, Portugal. Perfect for the digital nomad or the remote worker. Sangha is located on the island of Madeira in the Lido area. We will be speaking with Sandra regarding 3 new types of visa available in Portugal. Let's talk about it. We hope you hear from someone along the way that reminds you of you and your situation. It'll be fun. Vai ser divertido. In today's video, we are meeting with Sandra Fernandez. She is the managing partner at SJF Immigration and Investments. This is a full-service immigration company. They are your one-stop shop. If you contact them, please let them know it'll be fun sent you. This way we get some brownie points. Sandra's team will handle all the steps you need to get your visa here in Portugal and are able to answer many of the questions you may have. They start by working with you to determine the best route for you and your family. Her contact information is listed in the description of our videos. And in case you are new to our channel or you thought I forgot, I am Alan. I'm here with my wife Leslie, our son Wolf, our dog Greer, and Rex the cat. We are from the United States and now live in Portugal on the beautiful island of Madeira. We'd like to thank all of our subscribers for being here and would appreciate it if you please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll receive notifications of our new videos, if you have not done already.
Sandra, I'm glad you're here today. We've invited Sandra to speak to everyone about the 3 new visas, which started in November. So we're hoping that you could go over what they are and the quick basics of how one or why one would apply.
Okay, thank you again for inviting me. So basically there were 3 different visas. 2 of them are related with the digital nomad -- remote worker. So for the digital nomad, there is a specific visa that we call it like temporary long stay, but it's not the residency visa. So it's a visa to be able to be in Portugal, even come Portugal several times. It's issued for 1 year and can be postponed for another year, but it's not a residential visa.
We are viewer supported. If you enjoy our videos, we invite you to join our Patreon community.
Then we have, again, for remote workers, and we can also name them digital nomads, but I prefer the name remote worker because it makes more sense to me, which is a remote worker residency visa. It works exactly like the D7 in terms of residency, in terms of the general requirements for residency itself. But what we need to prove again is the source and stability of the active income as a worker or as a freelancer. So in terms of eligibility of that person, it will be the same for the visa in terms of the source of income and the nature of the agreement or the agreements that the digital nomad or remote worker will present as a working agreement, as I said, or a services provider agreement. So it's the same source of income, but the visas are different. So 2 different visas. Then a 3rd visa is for those who are searching job search. They can get 4 months visa to search for a job in Portugal, which can be postponed for another 60 days, so another 2 months. I didn't go back to, I didn't tell exactly the length of the residential visa for remote worker, but it's 4 months like the D7. And then it will lead to a resident permit like the D7.
So if I'm talking about the Nomad visa, so the first one you spoke to, technically just a visa, to apply for that, I would have to show how much income?
Yeah, 2,800 euros per month income. Okay. And besides that, it's important to show as well or prove that there is a working agreement with a foreign company or a service provider agreement as a freelancer providing a specific service to a specific company. In both situations, it's possible to use both situations, and in both, it's important to prove that the minimum income is 2,800 euros. And in order to apply, we always need to prove as well that there is at least 3 payments that were already done before the application. That's mandatory. The only difference for the pure digital nomad is the living requirement, I mean, the residency. They don't need a real residency. I mean, they need to prove that they have where to stay, but they don't need to have a long-term residency and etc. like the residency requirements every time we're talking about a residency visa. That's a big difference there. And of course, they need to prove all their income on their country of origin or wherever they have their bank accounts, etc. So it's more simple because it's just a pure long stay visa.
Okay, so they're not necessarily going to have to open up their bank accounts and
not in Portugal. They don't have
their company, if they have a company, is one outside of Portugal.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So then when we go to the next one, what's the basic requirement and the basic financial requirement and the residential needs?
Exactly. So the remote worker, again, the requirements on the income are exactly the same. So they need to prove that they have an income of at least 2,800 again, and it can be based on a working agreement or a services provider agreement, like a freelancer providing a service, but there must be some agreement, some stability again. So it's the same requirement as a pure digital nomad. The difference is all the requirements related to residency itself. They need, exactly like the D7, they need to have a bank account open in Portugal. They need to transfer and have the minimum, 1 year of minimum salary already transferred to the Portuguese bank account, the NIF number. They need to prove they have a long-term residency in Portugal. It can be a lease agreement, but at least for 1 year. And buy a property, of course, there are some that do like that. But so meaning it's very, very similar with the D7. The visa will be issued for 5 months like the D7, and then there will be a second stage at the appointment itself at the immigration in Portugal, where they will be, basically the same documents they are already submitted and just to update the documents. And like 1 month later, they will have their residency permit issued for 2 years.
Then
exactly that
at the end of 2 years and
renew for 3.
Okay, and then at the end of that, they can decide whether they want to go to the
apply
next
for
step.
permanent citizenship. After 5 years, they will be eligible as well.
So they have the exact same
as the
opportunities. Bank account real quick, because whether it's a D7 or the remote worker, it's the same thing. And many people will ask me how, before I apply for my visa, and let's clarify, on both of these, you apply for the visa while you're still in your home country.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of them that we are talking about, yes, they need to apply for their home country. When we say a home country, can be national citizenship country or legal residency.
Okay.
Some people may live in other countries.
Right. That makes sense. So when I open my bank account, I'm going to fully fund it. When I fully fund it, does that need to be done when I send my visa in? And when am I allowed to take money out of it if I need to live on some of that? Okay,
so you need to prove when they start the application in the home countries, they need to prove that there is already a bank account and the money is there located. When they go to second stage at the immigration appointment, they still need to prove that there is that money sitting on the bank account. After that, they of course can live. They can and they need. They can use it. What is important is to prove that there is always, on a regular basis, some money coming in, so that they will not. That's the key. for the renewal. Basically, it's to keep on having some moment. In the remote worker case, it will be 2,800. That's important to keep on, with that source of income. That's the difference between the remote worker and the D7. The D7 is less because the D7 until now, there's no minimum amount of income like a remote worker, as you know. So legally, on a legal point of view, at least the minimum salary has to be there. On the legals, on a general view, at least the minimum salary has to be there so that we can prove that they will not be a burden to the country. We haven't done renewals on remote worker because it's so recent. We're just starting. I don't know if the authorities at the renewal will keep on demanding the same amount of minimum, 2,800 for the renewal, or if they will follow the general law and what the general law states. And when I say general, it's applicable for everyone. Is that at least the minimum salary has to be there and prove that they have.
Okay, and that would be like for a D7 at this point.
At this point, D7. Exactly.
And you go back in 2 years, you still have to have the minimum amount in there. Or to say that I was coming to here and I was trying to look for a job. Let's talk about that one for a little bit.
Yeah.
Do I need to show a return ticket to the country that I came from, or anything like that, in case I don't get a position?
Well, you only have the visa. They only have a visa for 4 months, so they can postpone for another 2, maximum 6, and either they find a job and they have a working agreement, and at that point they will be able to get an appointment for residency if they get the job. But if they don't, it expires and they have to go back.
They have to go.
They just have to go back.
Right, they're going to travel out. Remind everybody how to get a hold of you and what all services your company offers. Can I do something as simple as contact your team to get a NIF or just a bank account? Do I need that for everything? How does the process work?
It works. It's a consultancy with concierge service in that sense, and it can be tailor-made. That's the most important. Right. The idea of the consultancy company is mainly to be tailor-made to each prospect client or whoever reaching us, is to know the family, know everything, all the details, and have a consultancy, and from there help choosing the right program to that family specifically. That's the main goal of the consultancy company. But yes, we provide services. It can be from only NIF number creation, bank account opening, or help at the end of the first stage, just go through the documents and check if everything is correct before going to a BFS office, or of course, and be at self-appointment if need be. We provide the full package or separate different services according to the needs.
Essentially, it's just as simple as contacting your company, setting up an appointment, and you're going to go through and figure out what their needs are. You're going to help them decide, okay, go ahead and start with this. And when you're ready to do the next stage, call me back. They don't have to sign up for everything all in a day.
No, if they don't want. Many do. Many prefer to have, but just it really will depend. And the good thing is also, because we felt the needs of the clients, we have a network of providers of other services, like pure concierge services, helping the clients in different regions of Portugal to help everyone settle down, and all the small details. So that's what we would like to help.
And that is one of the things we have, because obviously our channel is many people that are looking at Madeira, which is where you're from, which is why you're so well versed in the island, and why so that everybody understands why we work with her and recommend her team. They are based in Lisbon, so they take care of all of Portugal and are well versed there.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. So, and in Madeira they go to you, but the most important here is to have references, to have this network where people will feel that they are, that they have been taken care of, because immigration is immigration. You know yourself.
Absolutely.
You did it yourself.
Absolutely. And you have someone to call in order to figure out what the next step is. So I think that's it. Is there anything else? Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much for this opportunity again, Leslie. It's always lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. Appreciate it.
Please give us your thoughts in the comments below. Please let us know what we can help you with. For example, planning your journey from the scouting trip through the getting settled in Madeira. We will connect you with our trusted realtor, immigration team, tax attorney, etc. The description of our videos holds links to our Patreon, planning a one-to-one call, and affiliates. We hope you continue to come along with us on our new adventure. We are grateful for the opportunity we have been given. Life is short. We should have done this sooner. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help us grow. The next stage in your life is a journey. Enjoy it.